Yesterday I caught strays. Yesterday I was catching strays left, right and center. Pale X. Nilitandikwa vizuri. So my very good sister, Maverick Aoko, aliamua anataka kunitandika vita. Akanitandika vizuri. But Maverick, my sister. The most interesting part about her tweet, because she's the queen of X. The most interesting part after she tweeted, me I didn't know, I was so busy in the office and all that. But kuna wakati nilipata break. But time nilipata break nikaangalia Twitter, I was going through X. I saw people tagging me from one of her tweets. Then when I read the tweet, I was like, oh my goodness, what is all this? So the first thing I did, I just texted her. So I spoke to her in Luo and all those things. And then we laughed about it. We so laughed about it. And she spoke about so many things, like about my past, my present, so many things. And then one thing she said, that she didn't believe in my salvation and all that. But when I texted her, we laughed about it. And then she went again to tweet about our conversation. So through the tweet, I'll show you the tweet. Here is the tweet. One thing she acknowledged, that she said, the DNA catch. Because I know most people, but they will catch sana when they're getting all these strays on social media or sana kuingilia and all that. And she said that DNA catch. And then one of the most important things she said is, I guess because your salvation yake. And remember in the past tweet, she didn't believe in my salvation. So she said, the DNA catch. And she was amazed that after all that she wrote, me and Siko nimekatch. In fact, we laughed about it and we just moved on. The most important thing about the whole story is that she wrote so many things. She knows the truth. Maverick knows the truth. And kuna watu baadhi naogopanga sana social media. Naogopanga Maverick because she's like my sister, she knows me so well. And naogopa Amerix because he knows my background and ananijua vifiti. And then pia naogopa Sabato wewe. But let's stick to what happened yesterday on X. But after all that, there were so many positive comments that were coming through. I didn't expect that, by the way. There were so many positive comments. Guys were saying, hey, Daddy Owen is so mature. I'll share some of the positive comments that were coming through. They're like, hey, Daddy Owen is so mature. But someone said, let me just stick it here. Someone said, Owen, najua, what you've gone through a lot. Some things don't faze you. And it's true. Man, I've been through a lot. I've earned it all. I've lost it all. Mimi ni mtu mwenye nakwambia, I've lost it all, man. I've gone through a lot. I grew up in hardship. Nikakuja nika make life ikakuwa better. Nikakuja life ikashika, nikakuwa on top of my game, nikakuwa one of the richest young men. Then again, I lost it all. You understand? So I've been through nimekuwa through it all. I never thought one day I'll be this person talking to you this way. Maybe 5 years ago, hata singeamini, because I used to be that person. I was so worried of what people will say about me on social media. Nilikuwa so worried about how people perceive me, perceive my salvation and all that. But today I want to tell you something. There's something I've learned. Never worry about validation, whether offline or online. That's the most important thing. That thing will change your life. It made me understand that I need to be very nonchalant. But by the way, one day my son told me, hey Dad, you're always so nonchalant. What happened? But I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But sometimes I feel like it's life that takes you through all this. And then you end up becoming so stoic to a level whereby nothing moves you. Nothing people will say can move you or distract you or make you feel unworthy. Nah. Because the moment you move from that place of people pleasing or working on that thing of getting social media validation, that's your downfall. Because you'll always live by fear. You'll never be that person who, you're a risk taker. You'll never, because you're always worried about what people will say. The best thing about the whole scenario is, I've gone through a lot. I've been at the highest peak, the Himalayas. I've been at the deepest trenches, the Mariana Trench. I've been in the driest places, the Sahara Desert, or let me say the Taklamakan Desert. I've been in Siberia, the coldest place in my life. I've gone through a lot. I've mingled with the poorest. I've mingled with the richest. I've done things with the average. I've done things with the richest. I've seen it all. I've dined in greatest places. Think of a palace in this country. I've dined in those places. And I've even dined in like the poorest regions in this country. I've seen it all. I've lost it all. I've won it all. I look at my life and I say, indeed, God has been faithful. In the Bible, in the book of Matthew 5:16, it says, and in the same way, let your light shine before men, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. I think my sister Maverick Aoko saw it because she laughed about it, even tweeted about it. She's like, how come this guy is just happy, he's always laughing? And in fact, there's someone who texted and said that you're in all his tweets, even if you hata mtusiaje, you cheka tu. Man say, mimi, like nothing moves me, man. Like sometimes I'm even scared, I'm worried about myself because I'm so stoic to a level whereby 5 years ago, I used to be very emotional. I used to be one of those people that kitu kidogo inani affect. You understand? But nowadays, man, nimekuwa mama, nimekuwa emotionless. I've become so stoic to a level whereby nothing moves me. You understand? So nonchalant to a level whereby I'm even worried about myself. There's a very interesting story. It's a legendary story about King Solomon. King Solomon said he was looking for something that will always remind him that whenever he's too happy, he should be worried. And whenever he's too sad, he knows something should change. And he sent one of his servants to look for something that can remind him of that. And the story goes like, he sent the servant. A servant went to look for something that can be reminding King Solomon of that. And the servant went to one of the merchants. And the merchants, I think, gave him, or a goldsmith, gave him a ring. And on this ring, it was engraved the words, "These two shall pass." So when King Solomon received that ring, on that day, he had a very big party. So by the time he was being given the ring to remind him of all the situations that he's been in life, immediately he saw the ring, and it was during this big party he was hosting. The ring said, "These two shall pass." It showed him that even in happiness, happiness one day will end. Even in sadness, sadness has its ending. That's the same analogy I use and narrative. These two shall pass. No matter which situation you are in, for me, I'm talking about myself. No matter which situation I'm in, I'll always remind myself of that. That these two shall pass. No matter how happy I'm watching Real Madrid playing, or I'm watching Arambe Stars scoring the best goal in my life, or I'm just having fun with my best friends and all that, I'm with that person around me, you understand? No matter what, or even when I receive news that sijini imefanyika ama nini ama all these things, no matter what, I always remember that line. These two shall pass. So, Maverick Aoko, you're my sister. I still love you. Jana ulinipiga vita, but it's okay. Mimi ndio hapa. And I'm happy for everyone who supported me. I'm happy. Even Maverick is just still my very good friend. I'm happy about everything. Mimi nakuanga tu happy. And remember, these two shall pass. Na neno litaendelea.